Anton Du Beke and his wife Hannah, they're going to be celebrating the 4th birthday of their twins this weekend. Where did that time go? Their journey, though, to becoming parents wasn't easy. Hannah was diagnosed with endometriosis in her 20s. It's a condition where tissue similar to the lining of the womb starts to grow in other parts of the body, such as ovaries, fallopian tubes, and, of course, it can cause problems with conceiving. Well, Anton and Hannah join me now. It's so lovely to see both of you. I can't believe the babies are going to be 4. How did that happen?
Oh, I know. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Seems like seconds ago.
I know.
Blinked an eye twice. Before you know
I know, it goes by so quickly. And Hannah, endometriosis, it can be much misunderstood and often takes a long time to get a diagnosis. But you suffered from this for a long time, didn't you?
Well, I mean, it's just amazing. I think just the change in the last 20 years, because, I mean, it was nearly 20 years ago that I first got diagnosed. And there was so little known about it then. I certainly didn't have, communities or networks of girlfriends to talk about it with then. So I just think the fact that it's come on so much more now and that people are speaking about it, that it's understood more, is just tremendous.
It really is, but you were really upfront. You told Anton that, you had this condition pretty early on, wasn't it?
Well, the problem with me is it's quite hard to hide. Because it was one of those things that sort of on a monthly basis, I looked like I was about 6 months pregnant because the swelling, one of the side effects, with obviously the pain, but is just I had tremendous swelling. So I was one of the women that was sort of most asked that dreaded question, when's it due?
Oh, jeez.
I'd never ever got pregnant. So that was one of the sort of we were on holiday. And
perverse things, isn't it? Yeah. It's one of those perverse things with endometriosis where if you're a woman who wants to have children and then you have endometriosis and you find you can't have children and then the bloating makes you look like you're pregnant and people are going, oh, marvellous, you must be so delighted. Oh, no. Oh. So it's sort of a compounded somehow.
No, very much so. But the thing is, I mean, Hannah, you were saying that Anton has really been a tower of strength to you throughout all of the years when you were trying to have children. He was just always there for you.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, because it is, I suppose, once you go down that route, then it is sort of something you're very much doing together, whether it's from the sort of, the initial conversations about the fact you're going to do it to the fact that, you're injecting yourself, through to the fact that at one point I had to have these sort of, these awful intramuscular injections in my bottom for some reason, these big needles, and you had to administer those on a nightly basis.
Oh, gosh. Well, that's the thing about IVF. I mean, I think a lot of people who've not gone through it, and I've had friends who've gone through it, luckily successfully, as indeed yourself. It's blinking hard. It really is. And, getting injections in your bum, it's a bit of a passion killer as well, let's be honest.
Yeah, there was nothing glamorous or romantic. You think of the Strictly thing and that wasn't reality at home.
No, definitely not. And Anton, you were saying as well that obviously you played a big part in the twins coming into the world, but you just wish that you could have done more to help Hannah.
Well, it's such a situation that Hannah and women have literally do on their own. As a man, you try and do anything you can, but essentially I'm there supporting and just being there for anything that Hannah needs. And I have the utmost respect and pride in Hannah, really. And it sounds a bit condescending. I hate to say it like this because it say, oh, well done, you're very proud. Oh, well done. It's sort of nonsense. But the truth is, you're just overwhelmed with pride and admiration for what she's going through, really. And my job as a man, I mean, you can't sort of big it up. I mean, my job's done in about a minute and a half at the beginning. And then at the end, I stand there waiting to be handed these children. From that point until that point, it's solely Hannah, solely the women's role. And I just think they're remarkable. I know you're going to say I was brilliant.
But you were.
I wasn't. listen, in my sort of way. And I know you can say wonderful things about me.
And you've got
it's a
two
shame you haven't got
beautiful...
enough time.
Yeah, and you've got two beautiful, beautiful babies.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
We're very lucky.
They are your miracles, really. And Hannah does, because sometimes people say when you do have children, it can alleviate the symptoms a little bit. Are you still suffering from endometriosis
Well,
now?
this is one of the most unbelievable things, is because obviously one of the beauties of actually getting pregnant, I mean, it's an odd condition, endometriosis, because once you get pregnant, you stop bleeding, and then the pain goes away. And so, you know, it all stopped, and I was sort of hopeful that might have been the end of it. But literally, the minute I stopped breastfeeding, it was almost instantaneous that it came back. And, you know, and for me, the big shift in the last few years that I've been so impressed with is, you know, obviously when I was looking at this 20 years ago, that, you know, laparoscopies, you know, really invasive treatment was sort of my treatment option for it. You know, and I've had 3 of those over the course of the last sort of 18 years. And actually, what I'm finding now, and luckily enough through my work, is that there are new ways of looking at this. And I've been lucky enough to meet Sapphire clinics to look at medical cannabis as a treatment option for this. But you know, one way of managing the pain and the inflammation. So that's been a huge breakthrough that I think, you know, things like that are starting happening now to help manage the condition.
Which is great. I mean, you're right. In the past 20 years, things have changed absolutely dramatically. They really have. It's fantastic that you're talking about this and raising awareness, of course. And Anton, I can't let you go without saying how much we are looking forward to Strictly and how much I enjoyed you as a judge. I thought you were so good because you had, you know what it's like. You know what it's like to perform, and you had such empathy for all of the performers, and you gave such really constructive criticism. And I thought you were great, and you have to do more.
I would love to do more. I just can't wait to be asked. I enjoyed it enormously, and I did try and take an attitude about it of that. Really, I knew exactly what was going on. I knew, and I also know what it feels like to be dancing this thing on Thursday in rehearsals, and it's going marvelously.
Yes.
You spent all week doing it on Thursday, and you're really sort of nailing this number, and then you come out on Saturday night, and it doesn't go as well, and the disappointment of that, and you know, and I know how all of that feels, the whole process, and I just sort of, and then remark upon what I see in regards to all that sort of sort of knowledge that I have about it all.
You know it inside out. Well, I'm so glad. And hopefully it'll be back to sort of a bit more like normal this year, although last year was fantastic. I don't know how you managed to get a show on the road, but you absolutely did, and you always do. Great to talk to both of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the birthday. And Hannah, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.